All right. How is everybody doing? Can you guys hear me okay? And you can see this what's possible screen here. All right. I think we're good to go. Look at this. So welcome everybody. My name is Keith Callahan. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for tonight. So we just started doing these what's possible with network marketing these what's possible with network marketing webinars last week. Last week we did it. We had a few mistakes. We're getting better. But I'm excited about this. This is an opportunity. I've been in network marketing for 12 years now. This is an opportunity that has completely changed my life on a mental level, an emotional level, a spiritual level, financial level. It's brought amazing friends into my life. And you see this picture here with 6 kids. When I started this, 6 kids and a bunch of chickens. When I started this, we had no kids. So it was actually, sorry, my oldest daughter was a couple months old. And yeah, it's really been quite the journey. And really what tonight's about is this isn't trying to sell anybody on an opportunity. This isn't trying to push anything onto you. This is really just, this is an opportunity. And if it's something you're interested in, we're looking for people that are looking for an opportunity and looking to make a change in their life. That's all this is. No pressure. All right. So the purpose of tonight's webinar is really threefold. It's what I just said. It's to help you understand the big picture, how this business works, the size of it, the enormity of it, the opportunity with it, and what you can do with it. The second thing is to help you decide, is this something that you want to do? Like, would this work for you personally? And the third thing that I want to cover, the reason I started doing this is right now, we're in a time in history where this opportunity is bigger and stronger than it's ever been. So we're going to cover those 3 things. And just to give you a little bit of a background, I have sort of 2 roles here. I'm a full-time network marketer, and you see that little logo on the bottom. It says the Leaders Academy. I also mentor top network marketers in this industry and those striving to be. So this is a webinar. We're going to be doing this every single Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And this is for anybody and everybody to invite to. So it's going to be the same link. It's going to be the same registration. You just have to register each week, but feel free to use this moving forward. All right, let's get going with things. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. We will stay on at the end to answer anything that people have, any questions, stuff like that. So look at that little guy. That's me when I was growing up. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. Yeah, ever, like, at a young age, I used to just talk about business. I started a paper route when I was 12 years old because I liked it. I liked the hustle. I liked that I could add more people in. I liked that, I could get up, I could do it on my own. I'm just not a good employee. Like, entrepreneurship is in my bones. And so I started this paper route, and then eventually I, started my first business, and it was in real estate. It was in buying and selling homes. And then I got into a financial consulting company, and, all this different stuff that I've done. I've tried business after business after business. And then I stumbled across network marketing. Honestly, I thought I was too good for it when this was first presented to me. I didn't really understand what this business was. And then it was presented to me and I got it. Like, the light bulb moment went off. So the next slide that I want to show you guys, I want you to this is for you to understand sort of the big picture. And I want to preface this with, not everybody makes money in this business. This isn't a get rich quick scheme. This isn't a sign up and, all this money's going to start falling into your lap. This is work. But at the same time, I've never seen a business opportunity like this for two reasons. The impact it can have on your life and then those that you're connected with, and the support that it has along with it. So this next one is my favorite slide. I have this friend whose name is Morgan Rieger, right? And Morgan lives up in Saskatchewan, Canada. Nobody knows where Saskatchewan, Canada is, but Morgan lives up there in Saskatchewan, Canada. And her husband own two businesses. So they own a sandwich shop franchise, which is actually a Quiznos. And then they also own a network marketing business. Her and I are actually in the same company. All right. Here's where when Morgan and I were talking one day, she was telling me that they have this Quiznos location and they're considering selling it. And I was like, I didn't really understand. I was like, why would you sell that? And then we just started talking about it and we got into the details. And she was like, with this Quiznos, we have all these employees, we have all this payroll, we have liability insurance, we have to order all the products, we have to, we have to open the store, we have to close the store. Usually we only have one store, so we don't have a manager. Like me or my husband has to be in the store. And she's like, it was exciting at first, but now it's more work than a job. Does that make sense? Like it's that having this franchise more work than a job. And I was like, well, what if you bought a couple more? And I want to just say that Morgan's a hustler in her network marketing business. She's an outlier in this business. Not everybody gets the results that Morgan gets. He's getting right now. But all right, this is where you have to go to. Do you think Morgan would have to get the income? He's breaking up. Can you guys hear me now? All right. If I break up again, just let me know. I got this microphone. I paid like $200 for this thing and it like breaks up all the time. Still good? I just have to not move here. All right. So here was the big question. It was like we finally got to the question and then we broke up. So all things considered, if Morgan wanted the income from the Quiznos sub shops to match her network marketing business, how many sub shops would she have to buy? Like how many franchises would they have to own? And if you've already heard this, because we did it last week, you can't type in the answer. So go ahead. Like, what's your guess? And I'm not going to say Amy, 4, 6, 2, 12. Oh, Melissa wants a couple. Melissa took 2 and 12, 10, 9, 4. All right, you guys. So this blew me away. It really did. So she has this network marketing business, and I know we've got the big screen share, but if you guys can see my video, you see what I'm holding up? I'm holding up my cell phone. That's what she uses for her network marketing business. You know what else she has for overhead? I'm holding up my cell phone. There's nothing. Like there's literally nothing besides this phone. I want you to think about if you have 14 Quiznos franchises, that's something to strive for, right? Heck, one of them is something to strive for. That's 14 leases. That's hundreds of employees. That's hundreds of payrolls. That's hundreds of unemployment. That's hundreds of uniforms. That's thousands upon thousands of subs and ordering. And like, think about the size of that business operation. And the thing that got me attracted into network marketing, the thing that really excited me is I'm in business for myself, but not by myself, right? So I'm in business for myself, but I don't have to order products. And you know what, guys? I saw this the other day. Network marketing got a bad rap in the past. And you know why it got a bad rap? It got a bad rap for a few things, but here was one of the big things. You had to buy a bunch of stuff, store it in your garage, and then sell this stuff, right? So thing number one, when you're looking for a network marketing company, if you got to buy a bunch of stuff and store it, run away. That's not the company that you want, right? That doesn't have to be done anymore. We have this thing called drop shipping. Someone orders from the company through your website, and the company ships it right out to them. You don't have to come up with products. You don't have to ship inventory. You don't have employees. You don't have payroll. You don't have any of that. But you get to be in business, and you get the opportunity to build this type of business like Morgan built, right? And who would want that? Like, who would want that type of business? Raise your hand. Give me a hell yeah in the comments, right? We started this webinar off saying that we're going to talk about what's possible. That's what's possible. That's what's possible in this business. All right. So two types of people that really join in this business. There's the outliers. And I've got this little note here, one of the five. Here's a secret in this business. To build a business like Morgan did, you only need 5 outliers. You only need 5 people. Morgan had to find 5 Morgans. That's how she built that business. So there's the outliers. There's the outliers who are like, I know that somehow, some way I'm destined for greatness. I know that somehow, some way I'm meant to do big things in my life. I just need an opportunity. Those are the outliers. Those are who I love working with. And then there's also people that are just looking for, listen, I'm just looking for a little bit of extra income. I'm looking for the community, and I'm looking for the lifestyle. Both are 100% welcome with open arms. Just a quick heads up. The way that I teach, the way that I build, the way that I mentor, everything is tailored to the outliers. This is how you build a big business. So that's sort of going to be what this business opportunity is about. And it's going to be about what's possible. It's going to be about, hey, this is how you build a big business in this industry. All right. What can you expect from today's presentation? So we're going to go fast. I am going to focus, like I said, focus on building a large organization. 45 minutes time, right? I am going to do my best. Last week we nailed it to be done in exactly 45 minutes with this presentation. Feel free to multitask. Here's what I suggest. Fold the laundry, do the workout, do something that you don't have to think about, but don't get lost in watching a show. People don't get lost in that anymore. Don't get lost in social media. Shut that down. If you want to multitask, do something that is going to allow your mind to focus on this while you do something else. Make sense? All right. And again, we're not going to try to convince you. The main points here is help you understand what's possible in this industry, help you decide whether or not network marketing is for you, and why now is such an important time. All right, let's get into it. You know if you're in the right place. If you're like me, you questioned and maybe even have looked down upon network marketing in the past. Or maybe you're curious about this, but you think it's a good opportunity, but you don't think that you can do it. Or you know you're capable of big things. This was me. You just need an opportunity. Just give me the right opportunity, right? Because I had messed up. I had failed at a lot of things. And then I stumbled into this network marketing thing and changed my life. You see, but you just don't get how it works. You don't understand it in the right place. Here's a big one, right? You're afraid of what others might think or say. If that's you, you're in the right place. If you're looking for a deeper sense of purpose in your life, this is going to tie into why right now this opportunity is so important. People are isolated. People got beat up over the last 2 or 3 years. We're looking for connection. We're looking for purpose. We're looking for more than just a paycheck. All right. So if you fall into those categories, you're in the right place. Why listen to this dude, Keith? You know, I could go into a bunch of different things. Here's the deal. I messed up. When I first started in network marketing, I was in the middle of filing a personal bankruptcy and a business bankruptcy. It wasn't pretty. If I can do this business, anybody can do this business. I don't have the time to go into my story, but it's not pretty. I drank a lot. I used to black out a lot. I dealt with anxiety. I dealt with panic attack. Like, I dealt with a lot of crap and still struggle with stuff. And in spite of all that, have been able to build this big flourishing business, went on to write the book, Build to Last. And now in addition to that, also running this thing called Leaders. So I kind of know what I'm talking about in this, and I'm just like you. My big question to you now is, do you have dreams for your life? Maybe it's income. Maybe it's a house, a car, travel. Maybe it's lifestyle. Purpose. Maybe it's just to get that passion back. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's wellness. Legacy. Relationships, family. Do you have a vision? Do you have a dream for your life? Are you where you want to be? And if not, do you have a plan to achieve it? Big question, right? Do you have a plan to achieve it? And if you don't, you're in the spot, because I want to introduce you to an opportunity that I think has the ability to, I know has the ability to change your life if you put in the work. All right. So what is network marketing? I want to introduce you to a concept, a philosophy that I call the franchise prototype. Super simple, right? Everybody understands that McDonald's is a franchise. So, and everybody understands with Morgan, we're talking about Quiznos. Quiznos is a franchise. So what's the franchise prototype? It's building a business that has plug and play parts. So the parent company, somebody invited you here, and somebody, they're a distributor for the parent company, and the parent company has set up this system where they have the products, they have the trainings, they have the mentorship, they ship things out, they do the billing, they pay all the people. Someone just messaged me and said they can see all my slides on the side. Dude, is that supposed to? No, it's not supposed to be that way. All right. Hopefully I didn't. Yeah. Whatever. And you can mess up and be a goober like me, and you can still somehow be successful in this. I don't know. Someone just said, I don't know how no one gets 14 because we could see it. All right. So you get the cheat sheet. I should not even, I don't even have to talk. Yeah, I don't know how to go and fix that. And I'm not going to try to move all this thing around. We're just going to roll with it. All right. So the franchise prototype, we're going to compare it to a franchise, right? The network marketing set up like a franchise, but here's the cool part about it is we don't need to make the investment like somebody does when they set up a franchise, and we don't need to take on any of the risk like somebody does when they get into a franchise, right? Does that make sense to everybody? Makes sense? All right. So with network marketing, it's the exact same thing, guys, except you don't have any of the financial investment. Like, what's it cost? A couple $100 to get involved in most network marketing companies. You know what it costs to get involved in that Quiznos that we were talking about with Morgan? Probably a couple $100,000 for one. This is a couple $100. Build a business that makes 6, 7, some people even 8 figures, right? And then we start thinking about it, and we start thinking about network marketing. We start thinking about, all right, so in order to build this big business, I'm going to have to get hundreds or thousands of people, right? That's true. That's true. But and my mind couldn't comprehend that. My mind couldn't, like, how is that possible? And then I went to a training, and the guy doing the training said, you're not looking for that many people. You're only looking for 5. And he said those 5 people are going to have to be those 5 outliers we talked about in the beginning. And you're going to have to talk to a lot of people, and you're going to have to go through a lot of people, and you're going to sign some people up who don't do anything. You're going to sign some people up who do a little bit. You're going to sign some people up who do a lot, but then quit. But don't focus on all that. Make your ultimate goal. You're only looking for 5 people, right? And he said, you get 5 years to do that. 5 people in 5 years. Can you do that? Anybody can do that, right? If we put in the work. Can you do it today? Or if you're on this webinar and you're like, hey, I think I want to sign up for this thing, but I don't know how to find, you're not going to know how to find them. You're going to mess up. You're going to say the wrong things. It's not going to be pretty. But you can find 5 people, right? What is this network marketing thing? It's the franchise prototype. We focus in on finding 5 people. We focus in on helping ourselves and then helping others. We're not trying to chase people around with a spear and, I got another one. That's not what this opportunity is. This is an opportunity about, hey, I just stumbled into this life-changing thing. I don't even know what the heck it's all about, but I listened to this guy, Keith, and he seems kind of trustworthy. And I think I'm going to sign up with my friend who got me on this webinar. Do me a favor. Can you jump on next week with me? You don't have to sign up. Just jump on. Let me know what you think. Right? And then they jump on. They start to have a little bit of success. They start to introduce other people. This is an opportunity to go into business, and while you're learning, you start getting paid. This is an opportunity to go into business without taking on debt. This is an opportunity to go into business where the only thing that you have on the line is your time. You don't have to risk anything else. That's it. You've got this built-in mentorship system. And as your business builds, listen to this part carefully. This is the part that caught my attention. As this business builds and you do it right, and I'm going to introduce you to some tools, some free tools that I have for you to teach you how to do it right. If you do it right, you can take time off and you still get paid. It's called passive income, right? As opposed to when we're an employee, even if we're a salaried employee, if we stop working, we stop getting paid, right? This business, this doesn't happen overnight, but as you start to build it, as you start to build a team, if you take time off, your paycheck still comes in. Does that make sense? I wonder if I hit this play button, if the slides will, you guys still see all my notes on the side? All right, I'm going to stop that little timer. All right. The second one, right, is network marketing for you. It's network marketing for you. And the important part here, what is your vision and your dream, right? Like we talked about. And it's that vision and the dream that's most likely tucked away. You had these big goals, these big aspirations for what you were going to do in your life, and before life beat us up, right? What is that vision, that dream? Do you have a plan to achieve it? And if you don't, I really recommend you have an open mind to this opportunity. And here's a few things that I'm going to that are really, really important when you're looking at this opportunity. Are you coachable? And what I mean by that is, can you go into it with an open mind? I was just watching a presentation with a couple of men that are in the company that I'm in, and they're both retired state troopers. And in order for them to be successful in this business, they had to open up and share their true selves, right? Which isn't natural for two state troopers, right? That's what I mean by being coachable. Someone saying, hey, listen, if you really want this to work, here's what I would suggest. And someone says, okay, that's not comfortable for me, but okay. Believing in the company, your sponsor, and the products. So believing in the company, right? And what I mean by that is, do you fully believe in this company because that's who you're partnering with? Do you get along with the person that introduced you here that's saying, hey, let's do this? Because it's not, I want to sign you. It's, let's do this together. Let's lock arm in arm. And then do you believe in the products? The easiest thing with the products is, would you use them if there wasn't a business opportunity attached to it, right? If you wouldn't, I don't suggest getting involved with that company. So would you use the products no matter what? Do you want to be around with the person that's sponsoring you? And do you believe in the company, right? Here's a big thing, a big question is network marketing for me. I don't want to share with my friends and family. Cool. You don't have to. Here's the deal though. I'm here to tell you that, do you want to give your friends and family the opportunity that Morgan had and what Morgan built? What if somebody didn't share with her? What if somebody didn't share with me? I do not want to share this with my friends and family. My stick, my spiel, when I first started doing this business, was really simple. I just got started with this network marketing. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. This is a real opportunity though. And I don't want you coming back to me a year from now saying, hey, why didn't you tell me about that network marketing thing when I'm having all this success? So do me a favor. Would you be willing to jump on this opportunity call, this what's network marketing call, right? So yeah, you don't have to share with friends and family, but the enormity of this opportunity, why wouldn't you? Here's another one. Is network marketing for me? I'm not good at sales. Good. Salespeople don't traditionally do well on this. They may come out with a bang, but they mess it up because we're not in sales. We're in sponsoring and mentoring. We're in partnering. We're in teaching. The name of the game isn't to sell as many people as you can. The name of the game is to look for people looking for this opportunity and then saying, hey, let's do this together. Not here, you go do it. We do it. Does that make sense? This isn't about sell, 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 sell. This is about teachers do really good in this. I'm looking at Mike's bald head and face, nurses, doctors, lawyers. Actually, the lawyers some lawyers do good in this. I'm thinking through. It's that teacher personality. It really is. It's the person that's willing to go deep as opposed to just transactional. And then the final piece, yes, Brandy, ask your sister. The final note here on is it for you a lot of people are concerned either A, I don't have a big social media following, or B, I don't want to post on social media. Okay, you don't have to. Just know that all that social media is an amplifier. So you can get 10 times, sometimes even 100 times faster growth if you're using social media. Does that make sense? You don't have to, but it puts the rocket fuel on. It really, really does. So why is now the opportunity? See my little note on the right-hand side? So here's what this means for me. I'll start off with a little note on the right-hand side. There's a lot of darkness in the world right now, right? It really is. A lot of darkness, a lot of negativity, a lot of friends, a lot of family, a lot of social media, like wherever we go, the news, the barrage of negativity. And I'm not going to pretend that there's none of that in network marketing. Here's what you get to do, though, in network marketing. You get to choose the team that you join. You get to choose the company that you join. You get to choose the trainings that you get on. We're on this training right now. This isn't negative, right? This is positive. This is uplifting. This is who we are. This is the excuse me. This is my little world that, I'm the one running this business opportunity. I am not directing this I'm not selling fear. I'm not selling any of that stuff. I'm selling, hey, this is an opportunity to live your highest, best life and to get around people that have the same goals, right? So right now, this is a time that I believe it's important for us. For me, it's important for me to be doing this because I want to be hanging out with you. I want to be hanging out with the visionaries. I want to be hanging out with the dreamers. I want to be hanging out with the people that are not looking to be inspired, but are being inspiring. I want to hang out with the people that are creating solutions and focusing on like amplifying problems. And I want to be that person for other people. That's the number. Like, I'm going to go through this, number stuff and logical stuff. The bigger picture is this is an important thing. It's an important opportunity right now. So going through these things, opportunity, market fit, the reasons. So what happens when things start to squeeze? We're in a recession right now, right? Where we've just gone through the great resignation where everybody quit. Now people are starting to come back, right? And everybody was living off their stimmy checks and their Bitcoin earnings, and gosh, that thing's got to come back up. Then, everybody was living off all these things, right? And now all of a sudden things got tight, and now people are looking for an opportunity. And here's the cool part. It's the outliers who you're looking for. It's the outliers that are saying, all right, I'm ready to take charge. I'm ready, but where is the opportunity? Because I'm willing to do what it takes. Where is the opportunity, though? They're looking right now. Interest rates are going through the roof. The housing market's about to get stagnant. Unemployment's getting high. Inflation, like the cost of living's getting high. All of this stuff creates an opportunity where people are looking for something to do, right? And when you get signed up, you immediately put yourself in the path. Again, we're not in the business of convincing people. That's way too hard. We're in the business of getting in the path of somebody who's looking for. That's the majority. They're going to be looking for an opportunity. Does this make sense? And then that whole social, I'm going to take this mic. Can you guys hear me now? This mic, I'm going to throw this thing in the trash tonight. Take it out. No, I'm going to return it and get a new one from it. All these things, like, people are going to be looking for an opportunity right now. The opportunity is here, and you're putting yourself in the path of the people looking for it. Does this make sense? Like, everybody get this? Like, it doesn't, and it's only got, the pressure is only going to get more and more. So again, not looking to convince you. We're looking for people who are looking for us. So is the opportunity right for you? That's really for you to decide. Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Do you have do you have another option? Do you want to change your life? Can you do it? Yeah. Everybody on this call can do it. That's not the right question, though. The right question is, are you actually willing to do what it takes? Are you actually willing to put in work? Right? That's the real question. And if you're not, you're not. But if you're one of those outliers, you're my people, like, this is the opportunity. Is it the right time? Yeah, it's 100% the right time. It is 100% the right time. All right, so are you an outlier? Do you have the big dream? Are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to bet on yourself? Do you just need someone to show you the way? Do you just need the right opportunity? And if so, what I'm about to share is for you. So again, this is focusing on those outliers, those dreamers. You're going to get a proven step-by-step system, a step-by-step method. Here's where you're going to get training. So you get with the person that introduced you to this, that got you on here tonight. You say, you know what, I want to do this. They're going to connect you with trainings from the company, the parent company. They're going to connect you with trainings from their team. And you're also going to get connected with my resources. So tons of free resources. Let me just go through those with you real quick. We do this business opportunity every single week, Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So this will be going week after week after week. Here's the easiest way to build your business. You get signed up. How many people can you get on this next week? Right? It's that simple. They get signed. And yeah, there's going to be some learning. There's going to be some, but we way overcomplicate this. You don't need to understand everything right now. All you need to understand is that you're excited about this, and your excitement is going to, that's the thing that's going to get people to want to say, hey, what's she talking about? What's he talking about? We also have a free podcast we just launched. It's called Leaders, just in your podcast app. Search Leaders and Keith Callahan and you'll find it. The first season is out. So that book I told you about, the whole entire first season we put on there, it's the entire audiobook, 100% free for you. So you've got that. It's going to get your mind right. It's going to get you thinking about what's possible in this business. Here's the deal. Here's everything that I teach, everything in that book, everything that we focus on here, it's a specific way of building this business that does three things. It gives you freedom eventually, freedom of time to do what you want, when you want, with who you want in your business. And it does that by helping you to earn the most amount of income and help the most amount of people. So you get the free business opportunity webinar, you get the free podcast. As long as you signed up for this webinar, you're going to get weekly emails that teach you how to build this business. We do free pop-up trainings all the time. And we also we've got some other additional resources coming that I'm excited about. And the one paid thing, if you go on Amazon, you can buy the book, right? Not really trying to sell the book, but
I mean, it's $20 and I'm a paper guy. Like I like doing that. So you can listen to the whole book free though on the podcast. All right. Why do I do all this? Why am I giving away all these trainings, all these things for people who aren't even on my downline, let alone if you're in my team? It's because I run the Leaders Academy. So again, that's for top network marketers and those striving to be. I know if you follow the systems that I'm giving to you and you follow the way of building, you're going to start building a business. And when you want to take that business to the next level, remember this stuff. And you're going to be like, hey, that stuff that dude said worked. I want to take my business to the next level. Let me talk about that leaders thing. So nothing to sell you at all with this. That's just that's why I do this. I do it because I like helping, and I do it because once you get to a certain level, I like going deeper and I like working directly with you. What we're teaching is different. So this is from the book. This is one of my good friends, Josh Spencer. And he says, build to last. That's the book. That's the philosophy on how we build. And the reason I'm sharing this, the reason I want you to see this testimonial, the philosophy on how you build your business is important. So this is different. Every network marketing is different than anything you've ever done in your life. And I want you to get it right from the start. So this build to last is absolute gold. Leadership is the foundation for success as a network marketer. And Keith does an incredible job breaking down the exact process to become a leader and create leaders within your own organization. I learned many things that I'll start applying to my own business immediately. It is the must read. This is from my mentor, Craig Holiday, an 8-figure earner. For those of you who don't know, that's tens of millions of dollars in this business. Our past does not have to be our compass for the future. This truth is the compelling drive. This is weird reading your own testimonials. That has built Keith Callahan a multi-million-dollar business and the legacy of hundreds of leaders' lives changed forever. Keith is a man of highest integrity and character. His book articulates the simple truths of building generational leaders and gives you a game plan and structure to build a legacy business. Are you one of those outliers with a big dream for your life? Again, the income, the house, the car, the travel, lifestyle, the purpose, the passion, health, wellness. Like what is it for you? For me, it's all of it, right? I recommend let this be your plan. Go all in, push the chips in. If you want to do that, connect with the person who invited you here. Get back to them. Hey, I want to do this thing. What's next? How do I get signed up? And if you identified as one of those outliers, get on the podcast, start listening. Buy the book if you want to buy the book. Get on the next webinar. If you're going to sign up today, how many people can you have on next week? Make sure you're on the email list. So as long as you registered for this, you're on the email list. This is an opportunity that changed my life. A lot of people on here, a lot of people that someone who may have invited you changed their life. It's an opportunity. Don't, at the end of this, make a decision. Here's your decision. One of 3 things. This isn't for me right now. This isn't for me ever, or hell yeah, I'm ready to do it. And if your answer is a hell yeah, I'll do it next week, I'll do it the week after. Get started right away. Fast is fun in this business. Wallowing in indecision is just going to drain you. So don't sit on the indecision. Don't sit on the what it could be, what this, what that. Make a decision. And if your decision's to go all in on this and do this, do it. Reach out to the person who sent you here. Let them know, hey, I want to do this with you. And if you're not ready to make a change, then that's okay. But just be 100% good with your decision. And if you're not ready to make a change, and let me rephrase that, because it makes it sound like, I don't know, it just didn't sound right. If the decision is, hey, this isn't my time right now, cool. But when is it going to be? Right? So that's it. Again, there's nothing to sell you here. The person who invited you here isn't looking to convince you. They're looking for people who have that big dream, who have that vision, who are looking to for change in their life, or looking for all those things. And if that's you, let them know. All right, I'm going to stop talking. I can hang out here for a few minutes. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. You can unmute yourself. You can type it in the chat.
Hey Keith, I just want to say thank you, man. This is great. Really appreciate you taking the time out of your family to do this for everybody. And I just want to say thank you.
Dude, I appreciate you saying that, Mike. And I'll be 100% honest. I'm kind of a selfish guy, and this makes me feel good. It makes me feel good being here. It makes me feel good being around everyone. So thank you guys. I can't wait till 6 months from now when Amy, so Amy's the operations manager for the Leaders Academy, and she's like, Keith, we need a bigger Zoom account. There's too many people on here every single week. All right, guys. Looks like no questions. Oh, Denise. When will this recording be up so we can share with those that registered but couldn't? I have no idea, Denise. If you post that in the leaders page, that's above my pay grade. Oh, there, Megan said.
Yep, I'll get an email tomorrow.
Awesome. Thanks, Megan.
Thank you so much, Keith. I think coming off a summit and then listening to this, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, here's my question for you. How many people did you have on tonight?
I think at most we had, or are we guessing? Sorry.
No, sorry. I should have worded that differently, Megan. For everybody who's on, we have two people. We have people who invited people on, like they wanted to introduce this to them, and then we had people who did the inviting, right? And what's important to me, yeah, I want you on this because I want you re-inspired and reinvigorated and fired up. But you're going to get sick of hearing my story every single week. By 2 or 3 times of this, it's going to be old hat. Get new people on here every week so I can help you build your business and we can impact more lives.
Hey, Keith.
Yeah.
My name's Deanna. I have
Hey,
a question. Hi. I was previously a Beachbody coach, and my company that I work for, I'm in corporate America, and the company I work for was acquired. So I took some time off. What would be your suggestion for someone who is doing P90X? Like, I'm totally 100% back in. I never stopped drinking Shakeology. I never stopped doing the workouts. But to come back into this business now, what would be your suggestion for how to be successful in helping others as like someone who knew the past Beachbody, not the current Beachbody opportunity?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And if you were, so 2 things, or I guess, hold on, I want to word this correctly. The question that I would put on to you, Deanna, did I pronounce that right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Is what was the piece that prevented you from building the type of business that you wanted in the past? And maybe it was that you didn't realize what it was. And, what was the Achilles heel? And how do you grow through that? because it's not about the how to build the business is simple.
Mhm.
We introduce people to the opportunity. We help them get signed up. We teach them to introduce people to the opportunity. Like, that's it. That's
Yeah.
our business. It's no more complicated than that. It's us though. Like, we're the limiting factor.
Yep.
So yeah, I would look at, okay, where did I not go wrong, but what's the Achilles heel? And you know, what I'm just thinking, like, for me, my Achilles heel in this business, like where I'm at now, is my ability to continually do the boring work now of just finding and inviting people. Like, that's the thing that I constantly struggle with. And I can focus on all the other things, but my business isn't going to grow if I'm not doing that. I don't know if that, usually when I'm mentoring people, they're like, Keith, you should give me the clear answer. And but it's not that clear, because and I don't know if, like, when I said that, you're like, oh yeah, that's the Achilles heel. That's the piece that will hold me back, or if it's still really vague.
Yeah, no, I think for me, it's about helping people more than it is about income, because my income in corporate America, I'm an executive, and my income well surpasses any hopes or dreams I had. So the income's not a driver for me. It's more about helping people get that healthy lifestyle. So I signed up for the discount more so than anything, and then found that people wanted to understand what I was doing to be so successful with my nutrition and fitness. And I was able to share that with so many people. And I created like a Shakeology situation where it was a game. Like, if you didn't try Shakeology, you couldn't work with me, because I believe in it that much, that it is kind of a silver bullet in the business. So I focused more on that, but I wasn't really reaching out to others, because it's just, and this sounds like an excuse, but it was, for me, it was time, because I'm in corporate America. I have a very large team that I support, and I have a very large income already. So I was doing it more for a hobby.
Yeah. And is that how you want to do it this time?
I'm still in corporate America, but I miss it so much. I miss the community. I miss the people. I miss the accountability. I miss helping other people outside of, like, having something else other than my corporate America job to wake up to.
Then I would do it just for that. I wouldn't even worry about getting. Yeah, I would do it for that. I would do it for you. And the you part is the community part, the helping others, all of that. And it doesn't have to be big numbers and anything like that. And just really, like, do what
I'm not
feels
an
good.
outlier. You're trying to be nice, but I'm not the outlier.
I actually think you are. But you might not be in this realm. Does that make sense?
Sure.
And then that may change. Or you're the outlier, but you're like, dang, I know how much work that's going to be, and I don't really want to. I already put in so much work in my main business. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Joan, do you recommend sending the recording? I would recommend, so for prospects, here's what I recommend. Get them to register for 2 reasons. You can send them the recording, that's fine. But if they register, they're going to get follow-up emails. They're going to get other things when they do that. Doesn't matter to me either way, though. Just get them signed up. Get people signed up. Get people, this business opportunity is to help people understand the vision and dream of what's possible. Obviously we didn't go into details and payment structures and any of that. So yeah, just get them signed up. However you can.
Hey, Keith. My name is Sadie. I'm like new to this. This is all fresh, new. I've always loved like the Beachbody workouts. Big fan of Shanti because I don't have to use any weights or anything. And Shakeology, just absolutely love Shakeology. I kind of tried to sign up way back to do coaching and then just kind of like got lost in the business thing and didn't really know what to do. So just left it. And now I'm just kind of like, okay, how am I going to how do I start this? Like, where do I start? Like, yes, it starts with me, right? Like I've got to be proof of the product, so that's where my focus is, why I signed up, because I like need the accountability, like I'm tired of feeling the way that I'm feeling. I've just carried weight my whole life. And it's always like, you get going and then you don't, you get going and then you don't, so it's like this pattern that I've been on for feels like ever. But I want to succeed in this and I'm really excited about it. I guess I'm like, okay, so I start with a workout, invite, I guess there's just a lot of information being thrown at me. So maybe I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed too. I'm just kind of confused on like when you started, or anybody that's listening, where did you start? Like, how did you go about it? Did you jump into making your own group, or did you just follow your leader, or, like, do you have any advice for me?
That's a loaded question. Here's what
Loaded.
Here's what I would recommend. Couple of things that I noticed. For me, whenever I tell myself that I'm overwhelmed, that means I have to simplify. And the honest answer for myself, when I have to simplify, it's usually the hard thing that I don't want to do. The simple thing is the hard thing. So the simple thing in this business is, how many people are you talking to every single day and inviting them to the products or inviting them to the business opportunity? For the people that I mentor, here's what I tell them. How many people can you get on here next week? And then how many people can you get on here the week after, and the week after, and the week after? So it's simple. You're either inviting to the business or you're inviting to the products.
Right. Yeah, I guess my mindset just keeps going to you just have to like throw yourself out there and do it. And then once they start seeing what you're doing, they're going to be like, oh.
No, so what you're saying is, I'm going to wait for people to come to me. Your mindset is, you're not standing there with a net. You have to go out there and find people.
Okay.
That's an important shift. Because if once they see what I'm doing, that's never gonna work. I think that the way that I look at it is the once that I see what I'm doing. So when I'm building, I'm out there talking to people. And the way that I look at my feed is, that's how they're going to know that's how they're going to get to know, like, and trust me. Right? They're going to go, like, when I'm talking to someone, they're going to say, hey, what's Sadie all about? But it's not, oh, I've been following Sadie forever. That's cool. That might happen. But that's a lot less in your control, and takes a lot more time than Sadie's going out there and talking to people right away.
Right. Okay. Which I've kind of, I did just put myself on blast. I was just like, look, here I am. And this is what what I signed up to do. And, I just put it out there, and I was really surprised by the feedback that I got. I was, kind of shocked. And I had a couple of people private message me and were like, thank you so much. And, of course I'm trying to, introduce what I'm doing, well, if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't be wanting to strive as, as hard. Just the accountability of it is, big, and helping others, of course,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just different. I've never done anything like it. So I'm just like, oh, how do
Yeah.
I?
Well, welcome aboard. Good to have you
Thank
with
you.
us. And yeah, check out the what I would probably recommend is listen to that whole first episode, that whole first season of the podcast too. That's going to get your mind in the right space.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much.
One more question. If anybody has a question, then we'll log off for the night. And if nobody does, we'll log off. All right. Have a beautiful, beautiful night, everyone. And we'll see you all here next week, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Invite your people. Don't show up alone.